Hey guys! So we had a little bit of a problem. Our last episodes, we were calling ourselves 2x4, but then we realized we're actually 4x2, 4 topics covered by 2 people. That's me, Lauren.
I'm good at you.
Okay, so welcome to 4x2. Glad we're finally reintroduced. So, the biggest story that we have for today, and the first story that we have for today, is something that could change the world as we know it. Okay, so we have a UT Austin court case that is being taken to the Supreme Court. So we have a girl by the name of Abigail Fisher. She's white, and she's angry. She's taking UT Austin to court because she applied to the school through early admissions, she was rejected, and through regular decision, and she was rejected. And so she's saying the reason that she was rejected was because she was white. And that affirmative action is racist against white people, reverse racism, and that it needs to end. Okay. So this case is not, it's new, as in it's going to be handled like now.
Yeah.
We'll find out in the summer.
Like in summer,
right? Yeah, but 7 years have passed since she's officially like filed this claim. So 7 years have passed. So she graduated from LSU. She got her life seemingly together, and now this is coming back up. Okay, and they're basically like there's a lot of statements being made in the press. Abigail is continuing to say that she was unfairly rejected by a race, and that there's an unfair advantage towards minorities, which if you look at the racial diversity of just UT Austin specifically, it's 49% white, 21% Hispanic, 17% Asian, and 4% African American. So where is the racial bias really?
I was reading about it, and we were talking about it in class, and it was very clear to me that I don't see where this racism is. Mm-hmm. For the fact being that UT Austin accepts automatically top 10%. She wasn't in top 10%. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So by state law, all schools in Texas are required to take top 10%. UT Austin
so they don't do the affirmative.
Yeah.
Like
UT Austin takes top 7% because they don't have room for on their campus.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were talking about how this Texas does this practice for racial diversity because there's schools all over the Texas school districts. Mm-hmm. They allow them in there. But what, like you were saying, she didn't get accepted into that pooling, and UT Austin, they argued that her grades and test scores were so low that she wouldn't have been admitted even if she were black or Hispanic.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it's not just like, oh well, she's white. No, all the white people, take them out. Like, it's like, okay, well, like, not just that. Like, you're not even a person to a college. You're a number. Like, you're a file, and then they look at who. Like, they don't even look at your name. They look at what year you're graduating. What, like, if you did early admissions, They look at your SAT, your ACT scores. That's what they look at. It's just, I feel like your race does play a part in it, but it's not like something that could define if you're in or not.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not, oh, you're black, you get in. You're Hispanic, you get in. You're white, wait a minute. Like, that's not what's going on, and she's making it seem like, I still can't even believe that this made it this far to the Supreme Court.
But I feel like because they're just trying to argue to the point where it's like, since it's already a law, like affirmative action's already a law, so they're trying to make it to the point where it's like schools can have quotas, like saying 15% have to be Asian, 15% have to be African American. So they're trying to make it to the point where the United States as a whole nation cannot do that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically looking at the end result, which we'll find in the summer, one of 3 things can happen. The court can uphold UT Austin's use of affirmative action and basically say, you know what, this is good, we agree with this, she's in the wrong, she didn't get rejected because of her race, and then it can just end. Or they can completely kill the use of affirmative action or they can completely end the use of affirmative action throughout the United States, just as a whole.
Make it
so
a
they
law.
can completely end affirmative action say it's racist, it's discriminatory, end it, or they can end the use of affirmative action specifically in UT and just kind of rearrange that and make it so that it fits to be a bit more open, perhaps.
My question to her now is like, what are you benefiting from?
That is a very good question.
You graduated from LSU. Congratulations. You've already graduated.
And then with what she can get from it, at the most, if she does win the court case, she will be refunded her $100 for the application. So, way to go, Abigail Fisher. You might change the world. You might stop a lot of underprivileged minorities from getting into college, but at least you get your $100 and you get to be happy that, I don't know, you attacked them because they didn't let you in.
Congrats.
Congratulations. So,
okay, so my topic today is more like social. So I don't know if you've heard about, it's just two couples. It's one couple. One lives in China. The guy lives in China. The girl lives here. They're hitting social media. It's so cool. Like, they post a picture, like, they're both photography people. So it's like,
ooh, I know.
You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, it'd be like, they'd be in a background, and one of the pictures is like a cab. And it's like, they'll do half of the cab here and then half of the cab there. And it's so nice. Like, they've made it to the point where it's like this, like a diversity. Like, you see it, like, or there's one that is just like a pretty background, and it's like their hand. It's half her hand, half his hand. Like, and it's like long distance relationships, making it work. Like, everybody has that standard, like long distance, especially like high school. We're seniors, and we're like, you're in a relationship in high school, and you're like, it's gonna be over. Like, I'm gonna go to college, and that's it.
So they're basically showing how it can work. Do you think it can work?
It depends on the person.
I guess they're making it work with this nice,
Yeah, and it's so nice because it's just like, it's not even like, nobody knew they were in a relationship at first because you've never seen them in a picture together or anything. But like, just like the fact that it's like they're doing like a whole thing now. It's just half a cab, half a building, and you see the diversity, you see the way structures are made, the background, the way that like the city looks, like everything is just so nice looking at, like here and there, it's just, it's just like a true love story.
That's wonderful. Modern day romance, love.
Through the internet.
That's how everything's being done now, it seems.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of the internet and how things are being done, Ayesha Curry, wife of Steph Curry, the NBA basketball player, okay? We know him, right? Well, his wife went on Twitter, had a little bit of a, I wouldn't say rant, but she had an opinion that rubbed people the wrong way. So she went on Twitter, she's like, everyone into barely wearing clothes these days, huh? Not my style. She says, I like to keep the good stuff covered up for the one who matters, which I'm guessing is Steph Curry, hopefully. Hopefully. And then she also made another tweet that was like, people are more into like she'd rather be classy rather than trendy and follow all the trends. And people were upset because they said that she was slut shaming, that she was kind of, making a statement that, good girls do this and, bad girls do that. And that it was a bit rude and kind of judgmental, condescending, and all that. So I think that brings in a question, how do you really feel about this? Do you think that what she said was, out of line? Was it too rude, or was it just, there's a bit of truth to it maybe?
I feel like she has her opinion, like, obviously if I see a person if I saw you walking around in booty shorts and a tank top, I'd be like, good for you. Like, that's your life. I see where people are coming from with the slut shaming, but like, you want to post that on Twitter, okay, whatever she posts, no matter, it could be the most positive thing, she's gonna get hate for it.
You're right.
Like, no matter what you post, like, so it's just like, okay, you want to walk around like that, okay, you're not walking around completely nude, like unless you're at a nude beach, but like, otherwise you have clothes on. You made that decision. That's up to you and your parents, if you still live with your parents, what you wear,
I definitely think it's like a generational thing, especially because like we're the millennials and everything. Like, I'll be driving with my mom, and she'll see a girl in, like, some short shorts and, like, a low-cut tank top, and she's like, what is going on?
And they automatically think, like, oh, that's a prostitute, that's a hooker or something.
Or, like, oh, she's blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Mom, let her wear whatever she wants. And I think that's a kind of a new age kind of thinking, but it's not new in a sense that, like, this is the first time in forever that girls are starting to be more, I don't want to say promiscuous, but, like, more maybe revealing or more, like, free. Yeah. Because that happens every generation. It's like the old generation is like, what happened to the youth? What are they doing? Yeah. Okay. So, like, the Roaring 20s, we learned that last year, and, you know, the flappers, and everyone's like, oh my god, like, what are they doing? These girls are wearing these short,
It's like with school rules, like, oh, I'm showing my shoulder.
Don't do it. Oh no, we gotta censor that out, guys. You know, so definitely there's, like, this kind of weird gap that's being made between what the old generation, like Ayesha Curry, she's saying, yo, be classy instead of trendy, blah, blah, blah. And then we have the younger girls on Twitter who are saying, well, what's it to you? Like, why does that concern you, what anyone wears, you know? So I don't necessarily think that she deserves all the hate that she got from it. You know, she didn't say, like, girls who do this are this, and girls who do that, or, you know, she didn't say anything like that. It was just an opinion.
How she felt about it,
I feel like the internet, you know, we are moving into, like, a more politically correct age, and I don't think that that's terrible, but I definitely think you have to understand there are different opinions out there. There are people who support that and say women should, you know, do whatever they want, and there's some people, well, not that they should do whatever they want, but, you know, if you dress a certain way, people are going to judge you. That's just a thing that happens. So, you know, you have to be open. You have to realize that people are going to have different opinions.
But not just that, you need to make sure, like, you realize that, like, certain situations you're wearing certain clothes.
Yeah.
School, you look like whatever. You go to the beach, you're going to be wearing short shorts and, like, not maybe, like, a tight shirt, but you're going to be wearing, like, a bikini top or, like, a bathing suit. Like, you know, like, obviously, you go to the beach, you're going to find girls in bikinis. Like, you know, you go downtown, you go to the mall, you're going to find girls in short shorts and, like, a tank top. Even now that it's winter, you still see that. You know, like, you just, like, keep in mind that you're in a certain place and certain things. Like, obviously, if you're at work and you're just, like, somebody's, like, wearing short shorts and a tank top, you're just, like, unprofessional. I can't talk. Unprofessional, you know? But, like, it's just that, like, people, especially, like you were saying, like, young teenage girls, like, I feel like they get very offended by what people say, but they don't really comprehend what they're saying. Because if she were to sit down in an interview, which she's most likely going to do one day, and, like, be like, this is why I said it, you're going to look back and be like, oh, I understand.
I get it now.
Yeah. So think about what you say. It stays forever, basically. So Forbes list came out with the, like, richest people, like, richest artists, right? Guess who's number one?
Is it Kanye?
No.
Is it Beyonce?
No.
Who is it?
It's Katy Perry. Katy Perry, guys. She is number one. She is worth, if I get my phone to open, $135 million.
Where's the...
One Direction is second, 130, and then it's Garth Brooks, he's 90, and guess what? Taylor Swift is fourth. Somebody that you would have imagined to be, like, one or two.
I mean, I imagine, like, Beyonce or... But I'm
actually,
biased.
Beyonce is someone here. She's under Jay-Z. Beyonce's 14. She makes $54.5 million. She's 14. $54.5 million is still a lot of money.
It's not like you're low. Like, being low on the top.
But Katy Perry, she's number one.
That's weird. I wonder, like, is it... It can't be... It must be, like, they have, like, businesses or like, other things that they do, because... Just based on her music, I don't think she's... Because, just based on her music, I don't think that would...
I think she is. I think she's, like, sponsored by a lot. Like, CoverGirl, she's always... You see her in the CoverGirl commercials. Yeah. I think it's that. But, yeah, like, Beyonce's number 14 and Jay-Z's 13. He makes more money than Beyonce does. He makes $500,000 more than Beyonce. Good job. But he's a producer, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. I just would never expect
Katy Perry.
And then One Direction?
One Direction, I kind of understand that. They're big here, they're big everywhere,
true,
you know.
True.
I understand, especially with all their scandals that have been going on, so it's just like money. Like Mr. Krabs. Money.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay, so,
make sure to comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah, and watch 4x2, not 2x4. Next week, we'll have 4 more topics, but we'll be the same 2 people. Bye!